In this video, I'm gonna go over 9 natural ways to increase your breast size and explain to you why they never work. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Clara, and on this channel I talk about body positivity and self-love for small, chested and skinny girls. So if that's what you're into, consider subscribing and click that like button for this video to support the channel. Thank you. So I wanted to make this video for a while now, because since I started making videos on small boobs, a lot of girls have reached out to me and asked me about ways to grow their breast size, which I can totally relate, because I remember when I was younger there were countless times when I Google how to grow my breast size or what exercises to do and blah 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 blah. I've heard and tried many things, from drinking soy milk, massage, doing chest exercise, using breast enhancement creams and breast pumps and so many more. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but none of them work. None of them can lead to a permanent increase in breast size. The only way to increase breast size permanently is through surgery. And we all know how I feel about boob jobs, right? If you've been thinking about having a breast augmentation surgery, definitely check out one of my videos on 9 reasons why you shouldn't. Anyway, let's come back to the topic of natural ways to grow the breast size without surgery. Let's dive right into the first one, which I'm sure that all of us have heard of at this point. I've seen countless videos on YouTube and online articles talking about how massaging can help with the growth of your breast. I tried it before, but it didn't work for me. You might enjoy the sensations of the massage, but there is no evidence that massage can noticeably increase the size of your breast. Human body do not spontaneously gain mass when massaged. If that was true, don't you think that people would walk around with enormous feet and shoulders? There is some logic behind why people believe that massage can indeed increase breast size. Massage stimulates blood flow, which in turn causes the massage area to swell. But since breasts are mainly composed of fat tissue and glandular tissue, massage won't stimulate their growth. If any swelling or increase in breast size does occur, it will be extremely minor and short-lived. Your breasts are likely to return to their normal size once you stop massaging. And that moves me to the next method, which is breast enhancement creams, which are often used in conjunction with massage. A quick search on Google gave me 6 million results of topical creams containing estrogen, collagens, and herbs, claiming to both increase the size and tone the shape of the breast.
The creams are said to penetrate into the breast cells, enhance the growth of mammary glands and tissues, accelerate the cell activation of the whole breast, and uplift your breast in a short period of time.
But lotions and creams simply can't penetrate deeply enough to add volume to breast tissue, no matter what's on the ingredient list. They won't alter the skin to create the illusion of breast fullness either. Currently, no enhancement cream has been proven to actually enlarge breasts, and some creams may actually be unsafe to use. Like I said before, there are no clinically proven topical treatments that can work to increase breast size. If you notice, lots of these creams will claim to be breast enhancers. However, that term doesn't have any medical definition. They claim to enhance your breasts by making them feel silkier, or make the skin feel more supple, or even including luminescent particle to make your breasts look more glowy. But they do nothing when it comes to helping your breasts grow. And as I did research for this video, I looked into a lot of breast enlargement creams and lotions on the market, and they all share these common problems. First, they look like they come from super sketchy brands and websites. Second, their ingredient list is really vague. And third, they all use the same kind of sensational language and marketing. Some creams even use the same ads. Most of these creams are not FDA approved and have not been independently evaluated for safety, so you would have no idea what they put in there. Also, little is known about the possible long-term adverse effects of these products, so please don't buy them. Please don't mess with your hormones. I don't know if it's just me, or is it because of where I'm from, or it's actually a popular belief that drinking soy milk or consuming soy products is an effective way to grow your boob size. I've heard it times and times again from my family and my friends, and many online articles and websites claiming that you can actually increase your breast size by consuming more soy-containing food. Soy does contain phytoestrogens, a compound that mimics the female hormone estrogen, which causes swelling and increases breast tissue growth. But no notable scientific research has supported that consuming more soy food help increase the size of your bust. I tried drinking soy milk before, and after regular consumption of about a year, I can say that soy milk has no effect on my boob size. However, I did a little bit of digging and found a forum where multiple people talk about how their breast size increases after drinking soy milk. However, I think that this is mostly pseudoscience, and I think that correlation doesn't mean causation. In most of these cases, I think because they consume a lot of soy milk, their calorie intake increases, which leads to weight gain and ultimately results in growth in breast size. I don't think that breasts can grow larger from drinking soy milk. If that were true, soy milk would be sold out constantly and there'd be a huge industry selling women all the soy milk to grow their boob size, right? So there used to be a breast enlargement system called BRAVA, which looks like this. So scary, I know. So basically how it works is the user must wear large domes over the breast for 10 or more hours per day for at least 10 weeks. The device applies constant suction to the breast, stimulating blood flow and potentially tissue growth, according to the manufacturer. The device costs around $2,500, but I think that it was discontinued since I couldn't find their website or anywhere that sells the product anymore. To be honest, I think it looks super scary, like I just have chills all over my body when I think of a device that constantly sucks my boobs out like that. But let's talk about the efficacy of it. A study was conducted to evaluate this technique and concluded that this breast enlargement system can in fact result in an increase in breast size. But, of course there's a but, there are limitations to these devices, otherwise they would have overtaken the breast implants industry. The main limitations, like I mentioned earlier, is that the device requires a significant commitment and time investment before you can see the results, if any. You would have to wait for 10 to 12 hours a day for at least 10 weeks. However, as you see, the device are often large, cumbersome, and difficult to conceal under clothing. Even when used correctly, the gains that can be achieved are modest. There are other breast pumps on the market, however, but no studies have yet been conducted to evaluate the long-term permanence of results after discontinuation of use of these devices. Next, we have breast enhancement supplements and herbs. Many supplements are marketed as natural means for breast enlargement. Breast enhancement supplements typically contain a variety of herbs, and the ingredients usually fall into one of several categories: phytoestrogens, plant-derived chemicals such as soy, flaxseed, red clover, alfalfa, and fennel, alleged aphrodisiacs such as damiana or oat straw, and herbs traditionally used for women's menstrual or reproductive complaints, including black thistle, motherwort, black cohosh, chest tree berry, and saw palmetto. The supplement manufacturers often discuss the benefits of phytoestrogens on breast health. However, it's not clear that phytoestrogens enhance breast growth. They also often market their products with compelling testimonials and results from so-called scientific studies, but no clinical trial data have been published on any of these products, nor they are FDA approved, so we have no proof that they work. Estrogens and progesterone are the only two natural hormones that we know of that can increase breast size. Though these hormones do indeed increase breast size, you actually have to consume large, sometimes unsafe quantity of the supplements to be able to reap the benefits. And it's worth mentioning that studies have linked excess estrogen and progesterone with breast cancer, heart disease, and stroke in postmenopausal women. In sum, we have no evidence that breast enhancement supplements work or that it can be taken safely. We'll probably never know the truth because supplements like these are not required to undergo FDA rigorous evaluations before they can be approved for widespread use. Exercise won't actually increase your breast size because breasts are mainly made up of fat tissues, not muscles. However, they might grow the muscle behind the breast, which could make them appear a little bit bigger. Doing pectoral exercises can strengthen your pecs, which are 4 major muscles that sit behind your breast tissue and facilitate deep breathing and arm movement. The chest muscles beneath the breast and the connective tissue within the breast support their weight but do not contribute to their size. Therefore, working out does not directly affect the breast tissues, but exercising and strengthening the surrounding muscles can indeed enhance the appearance of the chest. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's actually a popular myth that having sex regularly will help you grow bigger boobs. Somehow. During sex, the increase in arousal sensations, heart rate, and blood pressure will increase blood flow to the breast, which will cause them to swell a little bit. There is some evidence that breasts can swell up to 25% during sex because of this increase in blood flow. But this increase is only temporary and only lasts during or shortly after the sex, and once it's over, the breast will come back to its normal size. Hormonal birth control like the pill, the shot, and the hormonal IUD may have a slight impact on your breast size. This is because the estrogen and the progesterone in the birth control cause something called edema, aka water retention, and cause a slight increase in the breast, but it's unlikely to last once you stop using that birth control. I understand that sometimes it's just so hard for us to accept our breast size, and you may even feel pressure to have curves or a certain body type to feel beautiful and sexy, especially with the rise of social media promoting women with the perfect bodies, which may be the result of a lot of plastic surgeries, eating disorders, or just photoshopping. I just want to warn you as a fellow sister that there are people out there who want to take advantage of you, your doubts, and your insecurities to make money. Products claiming to enlarge the breast are a popular scam that have been around for a long time. But many young girls, including me in the past, will almost try anything to look like their favorite influencers, so they are very vulnerable to these types of companies. So if you're watching this video and you're small-chested or know someone who are small-chested, definitely share this video with them so they can protect themselves and not fall for these scams. Up to today, the FDA and the Better Business Bureau have confirmed that no breast enhancement products have been proven to work. Even though some of these companies may seem genuine with testimonials from real people as well as a money-back guarantee, it's likely that you will get nothing more than a flat result. Here's your official statement from the FDA regarding this issue. For decades, millions of dollars have been spent on devices, creams, and lotions advertised at breast developers, all wasted. There is no device or system of exercise that will increase the size of the breast. At best, devices promoted at breast developers merely strengthen and develop the muscles that support the breast, and exercising these muscles will not increase breast size. Yeah. Now you have it. So the next time you see an advertisement for a cream or a product for increasing your bust online or in a magazine, remember that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So far, there are only 3 proven ways to increase your breast size. 1. Gain weight. 2. Get pregnant. And 3. Get implants. And the moment we all been waiting for, comment of the week is back, and this week is from Melissa and Frigon. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. I just found your video and your channel. I immediately subscribed. Thank you so much. You seem so positive and I love that. By the way, you are so pretty. Thank you. I know that you are beautiful too. I'm skinny myself. In the past years, I've gained some weight and then I lost it again last year after I bought my new bike because I went on bike rides every day. Good for you. I actually love being a skinny woman, but for a long time I thought that my body wasn't normal. I know we all been there at some point. I wanted to be curvier, and one of my friend even told me that I looked anorexic. Friend! Now, I'm 21 years old and I can guarantee you that if someone dares to make a mean remark about my weight, I would call them out. I would tell them that they're wrong and that judging thin girls on their body is body shaming. Yes, girl! Yes, girl! Go tell them! Okay, so that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. I read all of your comments and I try my best to reply to all of them. And I just appreciate it so much because Of course, like I always said, there are thousands, millions, billions of videos on YouTube, and it just means a lot to me that you're here and you watch my video. Yeah, I love you, and till next time, love yourself, be kind to yourself, and treat others the same way. Okay. Bye bye. I've heard it times and times again from my friends and my families and many online articles and websites claiming that you can actually increase your breast size by containing more soy containing food. Did I say that right? There is some evidence that breasts can swell up to 25% during sex because of this increase in breast flow. Breast flow. Okay. So far, there are only 3 proven ways to increase your breast size. 1. Gaining weight. 2. Get pregnant. 3. Get implants.